Introduced you.
Okay.
No need for introductions. You can go ahead.
So thank you very much. It's a real thrill to be able to do the third path that I've started on at visionary communication. So I thought, let's have a little fun with this tonight. I've done a couple of icebreakers over the years, and I've definitely got information about, hey, you're showing us too much, you're showing us too little. So tonight, as I share my screen, what I'll do is I'll give you an opportunity to be able to dive into the life of Johnny Sherber. So let's get to know John. On the left-hand side, and you know that you can take control and move your little mouse a bit and see that a little larger if you like. But in the left-hand side, there is mom and dad. Mom and dad were from Halifax, and I was born in Victoria. So, hey, there was a long distance relationship going on there right away. And for you young people, I just want to point out a couple of things about what went on in those days. If you look at where it says what the female was, she was a spinster. That's what they used to call women who weren't married. And they also wanted to know what was our denomination. And I was a Roman Catholic. I don't think they're allowed to ask that kind of stuff anymore. But on the right-hand side of that screen, you'll see that I was born in St. Joseph's Hospital. And anybody who's been in Victoria for a long time would know where it is. It's gone now. And Mount St. Mary stands on the spot. But 6:30 in the morning, October 9th, same day as John Lennon, Jackson Browne, got some famous company there. But right off the bat, I wanted to get famous. On the left-hand side, you'll see mom and me. And in the center, you'll see a picture that is a young man, and he has that picture in front of him. Well, my father was in Korea on a submarine, and he got a little blurb in the newspaper because here was this man who hadn't met his son yet, and he was home with mom. So, got my first few minutes of fame very early in life. And of course, on the right-hand side, there is my how they used to let everybody know that there was somebody born. And I was born on Catherine Street at, I think it's the 700 block there. So, I've been tied to Victoria all my life, and it's really kind of fun for me to look through this stuff. Here we are again. I'm in the newspaper again, and I'm on the far right with my mom, and there's a bunch of moms that all had their babies together, and those were the boomer years, guys. There was a lot of children around. But it didn't take long before I decided that, okay, mom and dad came from Halifax. I think we need to go all the way to Halifax as a 2-year-old and get on that boat, which was a canard liner, which is the way that steamships used to run in those days, called the Samaria. And we traveled to Britain. I stayed there for 4 years, and I was still looking for fame there. Now, you could try and find little Johnny in there, and on the left-hand side is pretty easy because he's the one with the numbers upside down, but I sure was cute. That's for darn sure. And then on the right-hand side, I think this is some kind of Tarzan type contest. I was really showing that I can be with the rest of the boys. I'm number 95 there, so bit of a chuckle, but Butlin's holiday camps was something that everybody went to in Britain in the summertime, and it was family fun. It's something that we've never experienced here. So there we go, 6 years old, and I'm heading back to Victoria. We're on the Italia. The Italia is all Italian. Everything is Italian. There's wine on the table. All the food is Italian. And you could imagine what a young boy, and actually I had a sister and a brother at that time too, coming back from Britain and eating the kind of food you ate in Britain to get onto an Italian ship. It was one of the biggest chores about coming back. Of course, we hit the tail end of a hurricane. Those sort of stories happen. On the right-hand side is a photograph of my first school here. They start you in Britain, they start you early. So when I got here, because I have a birthday in October, they decided, we're going to move this kid from grade 2 back to grade 1. And what did I do? I went to a Catholic school, and look at the amount of kids in that class. And of course, who's the cutest kid in that class? I think it'd have to be that little guy holding the chalkboard. And look at him. He's got short pants on. He's got glasses. He's got one of the worst haircuts you could ever possibly had because his mother went out and bought some manual hair clippers that were missing a couple of teeth. And I can still remember screaming about how much it hurt. But it was 1959, 1960. That's just what we did in those days. There we go. We're getting older and wiser. On the far left, that's me and my sister. Of course, I became a Cub Scout and a Boy Scout. My next one is a grade 8 picture. Boy, getting pretty cute little cheeks there. And then the hair started to grow. What was going on then? We're hitting the 70s. And you can see on the next one over is I'm in Niagara Falls. I'm going to meet my first wife's parents. And that in itself was a thrill as it was. And then even gets longer hair, cooler looking dude. Life is such a journey. I traveled thousands and thousands of miles before I was 6 years old. And, really, I don't remember any of it at all. But it was an experience that it's embedded in me. I have the photographs, and I hope you learned a little bit more about John Sherber tonight. Madam Toastmaster.
Wow, John, that was an interesting chronology of events in your life since you were